into the wicker chair. That was too close. Too close. Jack, Jana said, taking off her glasses. The tundra. It was the first cold place I thought of. Chapter 30, The Baker's Revenge. The following week, Jack was entered into the Great Santa Monica Bake-Off. It was a local tradition, and the prize was a brand new set of professional copper pans, something Jack had been dreaming about since he first learned to boil water. His rival was a man named Gilbert, a fellow student who viewed Jack as a clown with a spatula. Gilbert was wealthy, arrogant, and had a hairnet that was perfectly coordinated with his apron. "You're going down, Tripper," Gilbert sneered as they set up their stations at the pier. "My Black Forest Gato is a work of art. Yours will probably be a work of fiction." "We'll see about that, Gilly," Jack retorted. "I'm making a tropical sunset tart. It's got layers, like an onion, but sweeter." The competition was fierce. The sun was beating down, and the seagulls were circling like vultures waiting for a dropped crumb. Jana and Chrissy were in the front row, cheering loudly. "Go Jack!" Chrissy screamed, holding a sign that said "Jack is a tart." "Maybe rethink the phrasing on the sign, Chrissy," Jana whispered. Disaster struck during the final hour. Jack's cream wouldn't whip. It remained a stubborn, liquid soup despite his frantic whisking. "It's the humidity," Jack wailed. "The sea air is sabotaging me." "Use the secret weapon," Larry Dallas whispered from the sidelines. He handed Jack a small, unmarked bottle. "It's Stabilizer 5000. My brother-in-law gets it from a chemical plant in Jersey. One drop and that cream will be harder than a diamond." "Larry, is this safe?" Jack asked. "Totally. It's mostly minerals." Jack added a drop. Then, because he was Jack, he added 3 more for good measure. The cream didn't just whip, it expanded. It grew like a fluffy white cloud, overflowing the bowl, covering the table, and eventually engulfing Jack's station. "Jack, you're disappearing," Jana cried. "I'm fine," Jack's voice muffled from inside the foam. "I just need a snorkel." Gilbert laughed as he presented his perfect cake to the judges. "See, I told you he was a clown." But then the wind shifted. A sudden gust from the Pacific caught Jack's Stabilizer 5000 cream and blew it across the stage. It landed directly on Gilbert's Black Forest Gato, burying it under a foot of synthetic fluff. The judges walked over to Gilbert's station. They tasted the white foam. "Incredible!" one judge exclaimed. "It's like peppermint-flavored marble. So modern, so daring." They turned to Jack, who was finally emerging from the white mass. "Mr. Tripper, your peppermint sculpture is the winner. The copper pans are yours." Jack looked at the foam. He looked at Larry. He looked at the pans. "I call it the ghost of the tropics," Jack said with a grin. Gilbert threw his hairnet on the ground and stomped away. As the roommates carried the copper pans back to the apartment, Chrissy asked, "Can we eat the sculpture?" "I wouldn't," Jack said, I think I just saw it dissolve a plastic spoon. Chapter 31, The Secret Admirer. John arrived home from the flower shop with a massive bouquet of red roses. They weren't for a customer. Who are they from? Chrissy asked, her eyes widening. Is it Jack? Is it Larry? Is it Stanley? I don't know, Jana said, looking at the card. It simply said, to the most beautiful bloom in the garden, your secret shadow. A secret shadow? Jack asked, coming out of the kitchen. That sounds a bit creepy, like a guy who lives in a basement and collects stamps. I think it's romantic, John defended. For the next 3 days, the gifts kept coming. A box of Belgian chocolates, a silk scarf, a miniature painting of a single lily. Whoever this guy is, he's got class, Jack noted, sampling a chocolate. And money. Maybe he has a friend for me. Jack, Jana snapped. I'm trying to solve a mystery here. I'll help, Larry Dallas announced, sliding through the door. I've got a connection in the private investigator world. Well, he's a guy who follows people, who don't pay their car notes. But same thing. Larry's investigation led them back to the flower shop. He burst into the apartment that evening, looking triumphant. I found him, the secret shadow. Who is it? Jana asked, her heart racing. It's Mr. Henderson, Larry shouted. Jana blinked. My boss. But he's 70, and he's married to a woman who looks like a cactus. No, not that Mr. Henderson, Larry corrected. His son, Henderson Jr., he's a big-time lawyer from San Francisco. He saw you when he visited the shop last week. Jeanette's face fell. Henderson Jr. I remember him. He wore a 3-piece suit to the beach and spent 20 minutes explaining the tax benefits of a diversified portfolio. Just then, the door opened. A young man in a very expensive suit stood there. He was holding a single, perfect orchid. Jana, I hope my tokens of affection weren't too subtle. Mr. Henderson, Jana said, her voice flat. They were. Very tokens. I've come to take you to dinner, he announced. I've reserved a table at a place where they don't have menus. They just tell you what's good for your bracket. Jana looked at her roommates. Jack was busy polishing his new copper pans. Chrissy was trying to figure out how to wear the silk scarf as a headband. Actually, Jana said, I've already got plans. We're having a tundra night. It involves very cold tea and a vow of silence. Henderson Jr. looked confused. Is that a new trend? Very well. Perhaps another time. As he left, Jana sighed and sat on the couch. Class is overrated. I agree, Jack said. Who wants a grilled cheese sandwich made in a copper pan? I do, Chrissy cheered. Chapter 32. The Jack is a father fiasco. The misunderstanding of the decade began with a laundry error. Chrissy had accidentally picked up a bag of baby clothes from the laundromat instead of their usual towels. Look at these, Chrissy cooed,